Sunday without football. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? I don't know. I'm very sad about it. But that's why I'm here to talk some football with you guys so we could cope. So we could cope a little bit. Guys, in today's episode, I want to go over like my big board on the draft. Kind of show you guys where I'm at. I'm not 100% done it yet, but I'm getting there. I'm definitely getting there. We're getting closer and closer. I got, what, 6 spots I got to fill on my big board, my top 25 in this year's draft. Donnie 4, what's going on, brother? First one in the live chat. Let's go. Free agency will be here before you know it, guys. A month away. People are already starting to get released. Raheem Mostert got released. So, yeah, March 12th. We're less than a month away. Christina Amaral, welcome to the live chat. The lovely and beautiful Christina Amaral. Guys, thank you for coming and hanging out on this Sunday. Our first Sunday without football in quite some time. Yeah, the Chiefs definitely have some comebacks in them. That's for sure. Penny Lane's taking a little nap on our little like wood floor stoop that we got. Yeah, D tackle's definitely deep. Definitely deep at defensive tackle for sure. That's probably the deepest position in this year's draft. You know, so that's where you want to. That's probably when you look at the big board that PFF made and other people have made, that position is definitely the deepest. D tackle, DN, pretty deep this year for sure. Edge defenders, it's like Abdul Carter. I watched the tape on Mike Green yesterday. I better not see that dog. What does that mean? That's a little creepy. I love my dog. X from the M18, welcome to the chat. What's going on, everyone? We're here talking some NFL draft. Yeah, Mike Green is a dog. VMAX Gamer, what's going on? Yeah, Mike Williams, that tape yesterday he's just a bully, man. Straight up bully. He's so talented, man. I love myself some Mike Green. He's moving up my board more and more and more. The more tape I watch, the more I'm like, this dude, he's for real. Do I have an OnlyFans? No. She's taking a nap, man. I'm not going to wake her up. She's taking a nap. Yeah, I hope I get there, NC. Most of the people that come to my live streams a lot, I pretty much remember them all. I mean, my memory's pretty solid, so NC, I'll definitely remember you for sure. What's up from Korea? Drake Vulcan. What is going on? DK, sorry. What's going on? Bro, I boxed and wrestled my whole life growing up. You ain't beating anything. I'm gonna get that dog, like it or not. Okay, stop being creepy, dude. Stop being a creep. How about that? All right, NFL fans, welcome back to the live stream. Yeah, this dude is so creepy. You are so creepy, dude. Blocked. Okay. Okay. Whatever you say, bro. Yeah, I think Bond and Becton are probably the most realistic re-signs. Josh Sweat probably going to be a stretch for me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure. Josh Sweat, Milton Williams is probably going to get a big deal too. So Milton Williams was good, not great, right? So, and paying a huge contract with plenty of deals for 1 year of success doesn't make a lot of financial sense to me, you know? Walt Butler, what's going on? I just released a new Cowboys mock draft, Walt. Make sure you check that out. Yeah, D tackle's pretty deep too. I'm like checking out the interior defenders. Mason Graham is the guy. He's the guy. Walter Nolan, Kenneth Grant, Tyleek Williams, TJ Sanders, Norman Lott from Tennessee, Harmon, Darius Alexander. Very, very deep. All these guys I'm naming, 80 grades and above, man. So, I mean, once you get down into like, and there's probably like 10 or 12 guys that are pretty solid defenders on the edge and in the middle of that defense, right? I really like Walter Nolan from Ole Miss. I'm hoping that he falls to the Eagles. PFF has him 19th overall. I don't know if he makes it down there. Walter Nolan is really, really solid, man. Walter Nolan, very, very solid. Kenneth Grant is really talented too, man. I don't know who I like more, Kenneth Grant or Walter Nolan. I got to watch some more tape and compare these guys. Yeah, Walter Nolan and Kenneth Grant, they're like ranked around the same right now, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if the Eagles trade up. Minnesota can use some more picks. I just did a mock draft on Minnesota. They only have 4 draft picks, so yeah, Walter Nolan's pretty solid, Kenneth Grant. But check out Wyatt Millum, the offensive tackle, man. This dude is super nasty. And I love the tape from Ben Morrison, the dude from Notre Dame. Wow, he's super talented, man. He got hurt this year, so there's not a lot about him. No, I'm just not a scumbag, God mode. I'm just not a scumbag. Yeah, I mean, in free agency, it's not as big of a deal because the NFL likes to lock up their great players before they hit free agency, right? So there's only if you look at the free agent class this year, Jalen, what's going on? Like free agency is not as big of a deal. There's a handful of guys that are difference makers, but if you look at the PFF board of free agents, it's not like a bunch of difference makers. You got T. Higgins. He's the cream of the crop, right? Cream of the crop. Cream of the crop. And then it's a big drop off after that. Then you get Trey Smith, the guard from Kansas City, Javon Holland, the safety from Miami. Chris Godwin, I think he's going to re-sign with the Buccaneers, so I'm not sure about that. Grace Sable seems to be the guy, Antonio, who had the best for offensive linemen, But I watched the tape on okay, the Senior Bowl is one thing, but when you pull up Wyatt Millum, the guy from West Virginia, watch the tape, Antonio. The tape suggests otherwise, man. He's a pretty nasty blocker, man. I like the tape. Senior Bowl is a weird type of thing. So I put some stake in the Senior Bowl, but not 100%. You know what I mean? But check it out. Check out the tape, Antonio. I would be curious on your opinion after you watch the highlights because he looks like a pretty nasty blocker to me. But Grace Abel seems to be, he seems to be the cream of the crop. Yeah, right? So, the guy from West Virginia, Sure, you might get your ass whooped a little bit in the Senior Bowl, you know what I mean? But like that's like a learning thing, right? That's like not like playing football. The Wyatt Millum tape, I watched it last night, dude, and it looks impressive to me, man. It really, really looks impressive. And then a guy like Gray Zabel has been climbing up draft boards because he kicked ass at the Senior Bowl, right? So you don't really know. But the most impressive tape that I watched last night was Ben Morrison, the cornerback from Notre Dame, and Mike Green, the edge defender from Marshall. Woo! Mike Green, dude. He looks like super, super nasty, man. Yeah, Eagles have some free agents, not a ton. We're talking football, NFL football. Yeah, I mean, the Jets, Jacob, the quarterback situation with the Jets has been terrible for years. 4 years, guys. 4 years. The Jets are in like QB purgatory, man. Yeah, Antonio Holmes, Mike Green, that tape. This dude is a monster, man. He is a monster. He might be, by the end of this draft process, he might be in my top 5 on my big board. So right now I have Mike Green at 8 on my big board. Right now, here's my top 10. Abdul Carter, number 1. Travis Hunter, number 2. Mason Graham, number 3. Tet McMillan, number 4. Genty, number 5. Tyler Warren, 6. Will Johnson, 7. Mike Green, 8. James Pierce, 9. And Ben Morrison, 10. That's where I'm at right now. I still got a lot of tape to watch. He could. Donnie Forrest. Scourton could. Yeah, the Wyatt tape, I mean, Donnie, he looks, I don't care what he did at the Senior Bowl, he looked pretty damn good. Yeah, I mean, I think PFF, he's all the way up to 11, Antonio, on PFF, but I have him at 8 right now, but he might keep climbing. But guys, welcome to the Jay All Day Sports Show. If you're new to the channel, my name's Jay, host of the Jay All Day Sports Show. I'm a former Bleacher Report writer turned YouTuber. Do me a huge favor. If you enjoy this content, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, guys. Every live stream, I try to get between 25 and 50 new subscribers to the channel, guys. We've added 5 so far. If you could hit that like button and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is a cancer in my opinion, man. I don't know if he finds a job. I love Jimi Hendrix, man. How could you not? Hey, Irish King, go buzz off, bro. If you don't want to be here, no one's making you be here. Go be Irish somewhere else. Raj Kumar, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, the Jets are the worst. Emmett Starleaper, how do I have power? Because I pay my electric bill? I don't know. How do you have power? Daniel Berry Sports, Jamie, what's going on? Jacob V, what's going on? Philly fan, what's up? I'm rocking the Bobby Boucher today. Bobby Boucher. My name is Bobby Boucher. Bobby Boucher. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the channel. He runs a human-sized hamster wheel. What the F does that mean? I'm confused by that. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's one way to do it, right? That's one way to do it. Or you just pay your electric bill. That works too. Pay them bills, fools. What about Khalil Mack? You think he's 34? You think he gets another big deal? Chargers, DJ Reed from the Jets, the corner. And then you got some older guys like Amari Cooper, Ronnie Stanley, Sam Darnold. Josh Sweat is 20. He'll be 28 by the time the season starts. So he's not old, but he's not young. He's going to want big time money. I don't know if the Eagles are going to want to pay for that. Yeah, I live in LA right now. I got power. Stephon Diggs, Hassan Reddick is another free agent. He was awful this year, though. 53.5 grade. Man, he should have took the money with the birds. What a dipshit. Welcome to the live stream, guys. We're here talking some NFL football on our first Sunday with no football. Yeah, they're saying Khalil Mack's probably going to get like a 2-year deal. That probably makes the most sense. He's still playing at a pretty high level. I think the Chargers and Broncos are both going to be very, very good next year, man. So that'll be a lot of fun to see. Ooh. Yeah, but they still have Geno Smith under contract, Terrence. I don't you think they're gonna bring in Aaron Rodgers and just put Geno Smith on the bench? Yeah, I don't know if I don't see him going to Seattle. I don't know where Aaron Rodgers goes. I would love to see the Lions win a Super Bowl, man. I would love it. Yeah, Antonio, I think him and his agent overvalued his skill set at his age. I think it was a huge, egregious error. Like, if he thought he was going to get a 5-year deal or a 4-year deal being 29 years old, probably not going to happen there, bro. So I think and look, he was great in 2022. His PFF grade was 84.6, and then it dropped to 73 in 2023, and then he wants more money? So you got worse and then you want more money. I don't understand that. Yeah, Pittsburgh, Jamie, could be very interesting. That's a really interesting thought. And Mike Tomlin won't put up with Aaron Rodgers' bullshit, so that's interesting. Yeah, Dunton Taylor, I agree with you 100%. I think that goose is cooked, man. Bro, what time was you thinking you was going to start keeping it real? I always keep it real, bro. 100% all day, every day. Here at the J All Day Show, we keep it 100 all day long. Yeah, Myles Garrett, I think he's going to go to the NFC. I don't see them trading him to an AFC team. I don't. The Rams are interesting. The Cardinals are interesting. The 49ers are interesting too. I think the 49ers don't have a lot of cap space though, so the 49ers probably aren't in play. But the Commanders, they have a shit ton of cap space. The Commanders make the most sense to me. The Commanders make a lot of sense. The Lions, the Bears. I think the Bears, they could be in play too. Yeah, I'm good on the toenails, bro. Thanks, Phillip. Go Birds! Go Birds! Billy Bats, you know I called that blowout. I called it. I was the first one saying that the Eagles were going to blow out the Chiefs. Who else said it before Jay all day? Not no one. I called it first. That's how we do it here. Thank you, guys. We added another subscriber. We're up to 14,131. Trying to get to 14,150. I would love to get to 14,200 on this live stream. Help me get there, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, man. Thanks for stopping by, Dunton. I appreciate your input, man. I think it's a little too early to tell on Michael Penix Jr. He looked pretty solid in those limited reps he got towards the end of last season. But outside of Drake London, they still can't find the Kyle Pitts situation out. I wouldn't be surprised if Kyle Pitts got traded, guys. It hasn't worked out in Atlanta. He's got too much skills to be not getting the damn ball. Yeah, I agree. I think Aaron Rodgers needs to Wrap it up. Just call it a day, bro. And he sucked, man. His arm strength didn't look there. Football edits, what's going on? JT Tumalawo? I don't know a lot about him. JT, let me check him out. DN from Ohio State. I honestly don't know a lot about him. 12 and a half sacks this year. That's pretty impressive. National champion. What is he, an edge? Is he an edge guy? Yeah, DN. I don't know. I honestly haven't watched the tape on him yet. I'll have to check it out on JT, Donnie. I'll put that on my list. Who are you looking at? I'm looking at my laptop. Jordan Mailata, man. What a gangster he is, man. What an absolute monster Jordan Mailata is. Woo, baby. He's a dog. He's a dog that eats other dogs, straight up. Straight up. Yeah, I got to check out the JT tape. I haven't checked it out yet. Name a celebrity for an edit. I don't know, Brad Pitt. Nancy Amaral, welcome to the chat. I think the best player, Philip, in this draft is Abdul Carter. But the Titans need a quarterback desperately. Cam Ward is definitely, I think it's one of those two guys. Everyone's better than Aaron Rodgers at this point, man. He sucks. Oh, thanks, Adam Thomas. Welcome to the chat, man. Yeah, we do it up here at the JL Day Show, talking all sorts of NFL content. We had a great run this year with our predictions. The last 9 weeks of the year, we had 110 wins, only 39 losses. I do my bets program, too. I made one deposit this NFL season. I bet every single week for 18 weeks. Came out 85% up on all my bets, guys. Crushed it. Absolutely crushed it. If you put 10 grand in your account and you followed all my bets, you'd be up $8,500. Yeah, Howie's been very opportunistic in free agency with guys coming off of injuries. Mekhi Becton, guys that are overlooked like Zach Bond. And he's willing to listen to his coordinators. Fangio loves Zach Bond, so I hope he gets a nice 3 or 4 year deal. Top 5, in no particular order, we got Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson. And you can debate who goes where, but that's my top 5. What's up, you from Canada? What's going on, buddy? I apologize that Donald Trump is the worst. And I apologize to all the Canadians for how bad America looks right now. Yeah, Jordan Mailata is a beast. Yeah, I don't know if Nakobe Dean's going to be ready for camp. Pretty serious injury towards the end of the year. I would probably say no, he won't. I would love to visit Australia, man. I've never been. Never been. No, the Raiders still, they have Gardner Minshew under contract. And I think Aiden O'Connell's still under contract too, but they haven't brought in anyone else to compete for that job. Nope, not yet, Adam. Not yet. Not yet. But I appreciate you guys coming in, hanging out, chatting it up, talking some ball on this first Sunday without NFL football, man. Very depressing. We got quite a long journey until the NFL season. Second week of March, free agency opens up. Then we got the draft the following month in April. And then we'll start to get some of these, schedule releases and getting there, man. We'll be there soon. But guys, if you have any questions about your favorite team, what they're going to do in the draft, free agency, make sure you leave a question down in the comments below. Yeah, the playoffs, Jake, are always pretty interesting, man. You never know what's going to happen. Never know what's going to happen. Thanks, guys. We're up to 14,132 subscribers. Appreciate you guys coming in the chat, hanging out, dropping some questions. I would love to answer any NFL questions you guys have. Make sure you let me know in the comments down below. I'm just taking a look over the free agent class right now, guys. Cam Robinson's interesting, but he hasn't really been good. Dre Greenlaw, limited time in 2024 coming off that injury. It'll be interesting to see if he goes back to San Francisco. I think Godwin's going to stay in Tampa Bay. I think he likes it there. But T. Higgins to the Patriots is definitely, he's going to go to a team with a lot of cap space. The Commanders are interesting there. I don't think the Bengals bring him back. I think the Eagles have a huge chance to run it back. The majority of their team is coming back next year. They got to sign a couple guys. Zach Bond, Mekhi Becton. And then they got Josh Sweat and Milton Williams. What's up, Philip Green from Dallas? What is going on? I just released my new Dallas Cowboys mock draft. No, I don't, Kyle. I don't think the Seahawks have I don't think they're deep enough, man. They have some. I wouldn't be surprised if DK Metcalf got traded. I mean, Tyler Lockett could get traded as well. Both those guys are on the block. I don't think they have a shot. I'm not a big Geno Smith guy. I think Geno Smith kind of sucks. Saints or the Patriots? I'd probably say the Saints because the Patriots division is a lot tougher, right? The Saints, that NFC South is not great. The NBA sucks, man. Yeah, Donnie Ford, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I think like a 3-year deal with a 4th-year option makes perfect sense for Becton and Zach Bond. I think both of those deals you could, maybe Zach Bond, you go 2 years with a 3-year option with a bunch of guaranteed money. That makes a lot of sense. He was the best player in the NFL, like linebacker-wise. So it's like, yeah, Kyle, definitely. Like that's the first job I had writing was being a feature columnist for the Phillies for Bleacher Report. I love baseball. Yeah, I'm a baseball guy. I played in like a semi-pro wooden bat league until I was like 19. So I was a good ball. I was good. I wasn't great. But I miss playing baseball, man. Yeah, I think the Lions will be fine. They do have a new defensive coordinator and a new offensive coordinator. Their coordinators, Aaron Glenn, is now the head coach of the Jets, and Ben Johnson, the OC for the last few years, is now the head coach of the Chicago Bears. Yeah, not the Sixers, man. Not the Sixers. I don't know a lot about hockey, so I don't really follow hockey too much, but the Sixers, man, Joel Embiid, I think it's time to move on from Embiid. That's just my opinion. Yeah, I mean, the Sixers just look like complete ass right now, so they're hard to watch. The NBA is just hard to watch, man. I'm not a big NBA guy. Actually, I think the Phillies are flying under the radar, too. That pitching staff could be pretty solid this year. But the Braves, the Braves, when they're healthy, are a very, very good team. What's his name? Spencer Strider's going to be back. Ronald Acuna Jr. is going to be back. The Braves are stacked, bro. Yeah, I mean, the Chiefs got spanked by the Buccaneers and the Eagles. Yeah, the Mariners, that makes a lot sense too. What's the best team for what in the NFL? It's clearly my Philadelphia Eagles. Go Birds! Eagles! Eagles! Let's go Birds! Let's go Birds! The Eagles are my team, boy. Let's go! Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, he's like a minority owner of the Raiders. I think bringing in Pete Carroll was an interesting move because Pete's so old, but the Seahawks NFC champions, no chance, man. No chance. I appreciate the feedback, Kyle, but if you look at that roster, man, it's just not a good roster. Yeah, Pete's like, yeah, he's really, really old. That was a very surprising move to me. If you look at this Seattle Seahawks roster and you break it down, I mean, Matt Stafford, depending on if he gets moved or not. Robbie Blair, what's going on? Go Birds! What's up, Robbie? Casey, Michael, welcome to the chat. Yeah, the Vikings, I mean, they're not out of play on a one-year deal. If they don't think J.J. McCarthy's ready, I wouldn't be surprised if Aaron Rodgers didn't get a deal anywhere. Please get on Thunder TV. I don't know what that is. You know it. Go Birds! Yeah, the Mariners are a good team. The West is always tough, though, man. That's like one of the tougher divisions in baseball, the MLB West, so they got to stay healthy. What's up, Zaire? What's going on? Welcome to the live chat. Yeah, when you're looking at this roster, the Seahawks roster, I'm going to go in their base defense. They're in that 3-4 base defense. Hankins in the middle has been awful. The linebackers have been okay, Hall and Maffa. You know, Knight and Jones, the linebackers, not great. And that offensive line is a dumpster fire in Seattle. Like, Cross is great at left tackle, and everyone else is a bunch of bums. Tomlinson, Oluwatimi, Bradford, Lucas. These are the grades on the offensive line of Seattle. Cross 82, solid. And then 62, 64, 48, 61. They're not going to get it done. How about them Cowboys? They're just watching the playoffs from the couch like they always do. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot to do in 1 year. To go from that roster to NFC champions, Kyle, it's not going to happen, man. And Geno Smith is pretty mid. Geno Smith is, you know, he's as mid as it gets, in my opinion. Yeah, the Couch Boys. That's a great name for the Cowboys. I love that. Yeah, 10-7 is, you know, not a record that I think is. I mean, he's been okay. He'll be 35 next year. I don't know. I'm not a big Geno Smith guy. You know, has he, has he won big games? No. Is he that guy who's going to, 2 minutes left on the clock, he's going to march you down the field? And I don't know. I don't see it, man. I don't see it. If you're 16 years old, you haven't even lived yet, man. You got a lot of life to live, brother. A lot of life to live. Guys, if you're new to the channel, my name's Jay, host of the Jay All Day Sports Show. Do me a huge favor. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you want some killer NFL content, guys. Yeah, most teams are better than the Cowboys right now. The Texans, pretty mid. Not games that matter, Kyle. Not games that matter. You gotta, you got 10-7 in a weak division. They gotta. They're not a championship caliber team. The Eagles would destroy them. Like the Eagles' defensive line would destroy Seattle, man. Yo, God mode, will you chill, bro? You're going in timeout. God mode, you're going in timeout. Yeah, Grasshopper plus. Sounds like it. Sounds like it, guys. Sounds like it. Kyle, you're living in hopes and dreams, brother. Randy Moss all day. Randy Moss all day. Yeah, yeah, Randy Moss is a gangster, man. Absolute G. I will remember that. I will. Seattle's got to make it to the playoffs before I'm worried about them beating the Eagles. Just Kyle, look at your offensive line, and you tell me they're going to stop Jalen Carter and the gangsters and Nolan Smith? Give me a break, bro. Did you see what the Eagles' defensive line did to the Chiefs? They embarrassed them. That offensive line is terrible, man. The offensive line has been bad there for years in Seattle, and they can't figure it out. I don't know what the hell they're doing in Seattle, but they can't develop offensive linemen, that's for sure. And mark my words, Tyler Lockett or DK Metcalf will be traded before the season starts. Tyler Lockett got completely phased out of that offense last year. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't see it. I don't see it. Hey, Kyle, if you're right, I'll tip my cap to you 100%. But I watch the tape, I look at the roster, I don't see it. Yeah, I don't think so, Joe. I don't think so. A lot of DeMarcus Lawrence is going to be gone. Zach Martin's going to be gone. A lot of free agents for the Cowboys, man. Yeah, Kyle, you can name good players all you want, but if you can't block, you can't win in the NFL. So, yeah, I like their skill position players, but they can't block for shit. Their offensive line is horrific. They're like 1 or 2 injuries on the offensive line away from winning 5 or 6 games. There's no depth there, man. None. When all your starters have 50 and 60 grades, there's no depth. No depth. Not enough depth. Yeah, and the Eagles blew the brakes off the Rams. And that division, dude, the NFC West was horrible this year. There's nothing wrong about supporting your team, but the facts is the facts. That offensive line, not good enough. And that defense was pretty mediocre. They'll be better. Mike McDonald's in his second year, they'll be better. But you're not going to win consistently behind a terrible offensive line. Yeah, Jeffrey Lurie is head and shoulders better than Jerry Jones. It's not even close, guys. NFL fans, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Closing in on 15,000 subscribers. We're up to 14,133. Yeah, the Chiefs got blown out by the Bird Gang. It's a little early to tell for baseball. I got to get through the first month to see how the rosters look. I don't know. It's too early to tell. Spring training's not even like they're not even playing games yet for baseball. So I gotta watch the first month of the season. I got my MLB package, so I'll be watching some baseball for sure. Absolutely, Adam. You're 100% right. You mean the Lions team that got blown out by the Commanders? That team? You know it, Kyle. You know it, big time. When I lived back in Philadelphia, I had season tickets for years. Yeah, Logan's football content. Yeah, the Bengals need to work on that defense, man. Not very solid. Joe Burrow can't do it. T. Higgins is going to be gone. They need another number two wide receiver and a whole new defense. Yeah, pretty much, Kyle. Pretty much. A loss is a loss is a loss is a loss. Yeah, Jared Goff. How many picks did he? I'll probably watch 150 games, 140 games, Kyle. Yeah, what does that mean? Every game is a vacuum, is in a vacuum? What the hell does that mean? Jared Goff just didn't show up when they needed him to show up. He was horrible in that game, dude. And the Commanders' defense is trash. Like legit trash. The Commanders' defense is not very good at all. So, that was a really piss poor performance from Jared Goff. I was very disappointed. Not gonna lie. Definitely very disappointed. But NFL fans, welcome to the live stream. Thank you guys. We just added 2 new subscribers. Thank you so much. 15 more subscribers to hit my goal for this live stream. No, I don't watch the WNBA. I do not. There's only so much time in a day, man. So I don't have time to watch the WNBA right now. I'm watching my tape on these draft picks, reviewing these rosters, doing my NFL stuff. So I don't have a ton of extra time. Yeah, the Commanders' name doesn't suck. They're probably not going to go back to the Redskins, so. PPV plug, welcome to the chat. So I'm going to throw a jab at the air? What? What? No, I watch all sports, man. This channel originally started as a UFC MMA channel. I was a big MMA guy. I watch all the UFC fights. I do a little bit of boxing on here as well. Some baseball, especially in the playoffs. In the playoffs, I'll do a ton of baseball content. And like in September when the games matter. It's hard to do baseball content over like 160 games, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen. They have new ownership there, so who knows? But yeah, Angel, I'm not a big NBA guy. I just don't love the NBA game right now. These guys not playing back-to-back games, getting paid all this money, sitting out, they hurt their pinky. The NBA's in a really bad spot. There's a reason why their viewership is down so much over the last 3 or 4 years, so. Nah, this is a Waterboy jersey. Bobby Boucher. Bobby Boucher. It's a Waterboy. The Mud Dogs. Bobby Boucher. Come on, man. You got to know the Waterboy. You got to know the Waterboy. It says it right here, boy. You know. Some Bobby Boucher up in this house. Thank you guys. Up to 14,136 subscribers. Thank you. But I do love myself some Bo Nix. I was a big fan of his coming through the draft process. Everyone thought I was crazy. And Bo Nix looked pretty damn good this year to me. You know, him and Sean Payton came together very nicely. I like myself some Bo Nix. Like myself some Bo Nix, guys. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do with J.J. McCarthy. I think they're going to move on from Sam Darnold and pave the way. When you have a young, controllable quarterback, you don't want to really waste those years with those contracts being pretty manageable and like bring back a guy like Sam Darnold. So I think it's going to be J.J. McCarthy's team. I really do. Yeah, Jackson Smith and Jigba's a dog. Yeah, he's a super talented guy. Thanks, Adam. I appreciate the shout out, brother. All right, NFL fans, thank you guys so much for tuning into this live stream. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm going to sign off for now. So hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you on the next video. Peace. Don't forget to subscribe. Later.